Hey friends, welcome back to the channel with another Hamilton reaction. Today we are doing One Last Time at the White House. And this is Obama's Goodbye. And I think for the sake of this reaction, you probably need the context of how I feel about Obama, because that's going to greatly affect my reaction probably to this song. So those of you who have heard me talk about him before know that I am not a huge fan of Obama. When it comes to presidents, though, I think he's like by far the best president in my lifetime. The problem with that is that it's such a low bar to clear. I had Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Trump, and he's just leagues and miles ahead of the other four. But that's mostly because the other four are terrible. So Obama did do some good things. I credit him with turning around a horrible economy that Bush Jr. put us into. Obama legalized gay marriage. My issue, I think, with the latter is how much credit people give him for that. Because if any of us who support gay marriage were in his shoes, we would have legalized it too. Like, he just did what any decent person would do in that position. So I don't understand exactly why he gets that much credit. And honestly, if public perception was not on his side, would he have signed it into law? I'm not so sure, because the rest of his history shows that he's not willing to go against the grain. So the people who I do celebrate, obviously gay marriage being legalized is a huge, and I fully supported it, but the people I celebrate are the people who actually changed the public perception. It was the activists, the uncelebrated heroes out there doing the work. And I think as far as Obama goes, I think the biggest thing is just he didn't follow through on the promises he made when he was running for office his first term. He wanted to stand up for corporate interests, to healthcare industry, and instead we wound up settling for Obamacare, which it definitely allowed for many people to have health insurance who previously didn't. But it's still such a bad system compared with practically every developed country across the world. He tried to cut Social Security. Somebody had to threaten to run against him before he decided, okay, probably I won't. I'll back off on that. And I understand he had a lot to deal with. He inherited a horrible economy. He had to face a Republican Congress in his second term that completely gridlocked him. But for me, like, his presidency was largely disappointing because he promised a lot and delivered basically none of it. Which, I mean, it's much better than the horrifying other presidents, but I'll say I don't think of him as fondly as I do of as many liberals. That being said, it's not like George Washington was a saint by any stretch of the imagination, and I still enjoyed One Last Time, the original, a great deal. So yeah, let's check it out.
Mr. President, you asked to see me. I know you're busy. What do you need, sir? Sir? I want to give you a word of warning. Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it. Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning. You're kidding. I need a favor. Whatever you say, sir. Jefferson will pay for his behavior. Talk less. I'll use the press. I'll write under a pseudonym. You'll see what I can do to him. I need you to draft an address. Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your No. He's stepping down so he can run for president. Good luck defeating you, sir. I'm stepping down. I'm not running for president. Sorry, what?
That's all right.
One last time. Relax. Have a drink with me. One last time. Let's take a break tonight, and then we'll teach him how to say goodbye. To say goodbye. You and I.
Teach him how to say goodbye.
No, sir. Why? I want to talk about neutrality. Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best? I want to warn against partisan fighting. But pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom I have earned. As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve. No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. You and I. Mr. President.
Man,
They will say you're weak. No. They will see we're strong. Your position is so unique, so I'll use it to move them along. Why do you have to say goodbye? If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It outlives me when I'm gone. The scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. They'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade. But hold this nation we've made one last time.
Can't begrudge him for wanting to enjoy life, live life.
Reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of intentional error. I am nevertheless too sensible for defects, not to think it probable that I may have committed many errors. I shall also carry with me the hope that my country will view them with indulgence. That after 45 years of my life, dedicated to its service with an upright zeal, the faults of incompetent abilities will be consigned to oblivion, as I myself must soon be to the mansions of rest. I anticipate with pleasing expectation that retreat in which I promised myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, the benign influence of good laws under a free government, the ever-favorite object of my reward as I trust of our mutual cares, labors, and danger. Teach 'em how to say goodbye. You and I. Going home. History has its eyes on you, yeah. We're gonna teach 'em how to say goodbye. Teach 'em how to say goodbye.
Not in there.
Say goodbye one last time.
Christopher Jackson. That's a heck of a thing.
That's magic. And what an incredible gift these folks have given to the United States of America. It is rare where a piece of art can remind us about what's best in ourselves. And that's what these guys have done.
Yeah.
And that is a great gift. So with that, let me know how to say goodbye. Thank you so much, everybody. Good luck.
It feels like we've come full circle. I started my first Hamilton reaction to Lin-Manuel Miranda trying out Alexander Hamilton at the White House with Obama in the audience. I spent most of the introduction talking about my problems with Obama, but seeing him talk about the Hamilton cast and what they've brought to the United States with this musical, it did make me a little emotional, especially considering, I don't know, it just felt like a really solid thing to do, and it's not something I'm used to anymore, given who we have had as president for the last 4 years. But yeah, it felt like Joe Biden was a little lost in there, like I don't know. Old Joe. I have some hope with a Joe Biden presidency, assuming he wins. Bernie Sanders said something that many thought was very controversial, that Joe Biden would be the most progressive president since FDR, and many progressives thought that was a ridiculous sentiment, considering Joe Biden's record, the crime bill, pushing for continued segregation. I count myself among progressives, but I actually am more optimistic because, one, being the most progressive president since FDR is a low bar to clear, and two, public sentiment is different now than it was back when Obama was first running in '08, or heck, even 4 years ago in 2016. Somebody asked Bernie at a debate like what the greatest national security threat was, and he said climate change, and people laughed. Like, it's incomprehensible that people would view climate change as something laughable, but people are moving to the left faster than ever before, shown by all the new grassroots voices we have in Congress, and this groundswell of movements for climate change, for Black Lives Matter. And so Biden, just by going along with public sentiment, might just be the most progressive president since FDR, not because of who he is, but because of where our country is headed. Anyway, with this video, what I was trying to say about Joe Biden was he was just kind of sitting there looking kind of lost. I don't know if it was just me, but it was pretty funny. Anybody else think that he kind of looked lost? Let me know in the comments. Of course, though, I love this song, One Last Time. Great song. Christopher Jackson's amazing performance just captivates me. But I am a little unsure of why people wanted to see my reaction to this video, since the song was basically exactly the same as the one we've already seen. Maybe they thought I had a better opinion of Obama and thought I would get really emotional. I mean, I will admit, this video did make me miss Obama, even if I'm not a huge fan of him, mostly because of the dumpster fire of a government we have right now. I think the spirit of this song, though, the spirit of One Last Time, the part that reached me the most is the idea that good leaders want to leave behind something better for their people. And I think part of that is learning how to stand up for ourselves. And so, yeah, recently I've been inspired in many ways by those who are making all kinds of good trouble. Like I mentioned, the protest for Black Lives Matter. And yet congressmen and congresswomen who stand up for everyday people at the cost of being constantly harassed by sexist and bigoted people. Just how resilient they are, how much they fight on behalf of other people, that really inspires me. I guess none of this really has to do with Obama, but just some thoughts on this song. But yeah, sorry to those of you who might have expected something different out of a reaction to this video, but I mean, this is the way I feel about Obama, and I'm not going to be anything but myself here, so guess not sorry. I do think there's good and bad in every person, including politicians, not including Trump. Don't have a single redeeming thing to say about him. But with Obama, I will say this video did remind me of the things I did like about him. And yeah, he was a very charismatic leader, and I feel like I might have a much more positive opinion of him if his presidency and the things that he didn't get done didn't directly lead to Trump being elected. But I do appreciate some parts of his presidency, I'll say that much. Alright, that's going to be it for this time, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're 1 week ahead over on Patreon. Not sure exactly what I'll be reacting to next regarding Hamilton, but we will see. Check out the Discord in the link in the description below. We talk about a whole bunch of different things there. I'll post my schedule over there as well. So yeah, come check it out, come chat. It's a good time. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, friends.